¿Qué tal? Soy Aaron Cortés de Me Hace Ruido, en redes me encuentran como Saint y en esta ocasión nos acompaña BENEE, presentando su más reciente EP, Lychee, ya disponible en plataformas digitales. Antes de comenzar los invito a suscribirse a nuestro canal para más entrevistas y a seguirnos en redes sociales para más contenido de música. Y ahora sí, comenzamos. I'm so glad to have you here because I've been waiting to do this interview for a while. You were part of your upcoming bands of 2020, just bands and artists to look forward to. And I remember being just like, 2 years ago, telling my
Yeah.
girlfriend like, you should check on BENEE. She's gonna be like huge. She's gonna be like the next Clairo and stuff. And then
Thank you.
2 years after, you are here with lots of stuff because you became like this quarantine queen of TikTok with the first hits of TikTok and Supalonely and stuff. Then you released a record, and then there was lots of stuff going on, like that clothing brand deal with Bershka and stuff. So first of all, I want to ask you, how do you feel 2 years after that huge boom, and how do you feel you have evolved?
Mm. Um, well, I feel pretty good. I mean, I think it's been a crazy kind of couple of years. And obviously it was like pretty weird kind of watching it all happen from my home in New Zealand because it was like, we couldn't really go anywhere, we couldn't tour. But it's just been so surreal kind of watching everything happen around the world and then having success with my music at the same time. And then, I don't know, it's all a little bit mind-boggling, but it's just been like so crazy to kind of have my audience just expand and kind of reach different parts of the world that I probably wouldn't have listeners in otherwise. So I think it's been really cool the last couple of years.
Now that you're saying that after everything evolved and got bigger, like most of nowadays musicians start like doing music do quarantine and then just became bigger like almost magically because they weren't playing shows and stuff. So how do you see that everything changed after just dropping Supalonely on November 2019, and then just couple months after got so viral, and then now after that the album got also the song, so it was like another push to the single to your career. So as part of this generation of quarantine and musician stuff, how do you see everything change before and after? Like, it could be also in crowds and stuff.
Right. Do you mean like with TikTok?
Yeah, like after everything happened, because I mean, before quarantine, you were just one of these promising acts, and now that it's over almost in the whole world, it's a whole different perspective of being in the whole world.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, I mean, I think, I've definitely like come a long way now in the last couple of years. Like a lot more people are listening now, which is insane. But I don't know, it's just crazy because like you have like a platform like TikTok now, which is just like so huge, and it's got so many songs get picked up on there and like blow up, and you find so many new artists on there. So it's been really cool kind of like having this whole new audience. I guess like quite young, like kind of come and hop on and I mean it has been cool because I have been able to still in a way connect to people like through Instagram and stuff, and like I've just made a TikTok, so being able to like also connect to people through there. But it has also been weird like not being able to like see anyone in real life. So I think I'm definitely excited for when I can like finally meet people, because it'll be so different to what it was like when we were touring before lockdown, basically. I'm a sad girl.
But I also remember that you were part of these first gigs in 2020 in New Zealand, that the rest of the world were jealous because you were like full crowd, no mask, and you had the chance to perform your debut album in there, and now you are coming to different parts of the world. So yeah, it's been a long ride in between those almost secret for the rest of the world shows, and now just all of worldwide BENEE stuff.
It's going to be crazy. I have a live band of like my best mates, and we're all just like so excited to come everywhere. And we're trying to fit in. We're currently in the process of fitting in a date for Mexico, so I'm also stoked about that, because Mexico and Japan are two places that I've been wanting to go for like the last like 4 years. So
yeah, I've been waiting for that concert too, so I'm happy you are looking forward to come here. And there's a thing I wanna get a little bit deeper in this next question, because this last single you threw, Doesn't Matter, it talks about struggling with mental health and people don't giving a fuck about how are you feeling, or just like maybe gaslighting you, like you're exaggerating, overreacting and stuff. So just I feel like there's this double speech in between your deep message in your music and how people perceive you as an artist, as a people, and just watching your TikToks or your interviews, because they're always talking about like you are so chill, so funny, but I feel there's also this double-sided speech. So how do you deal with both sides of having these deep feelings, but also being like such a cool celebrity and stuff?
Right. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think like only recently I've started to kind of talk about like actually how I have been struggling with mental health. And I think it is this weird thing with like artists and musicians and or anyone like, you know, who's kind of out there, where I feel like sometimes people can like forget that they're, you know, that they feel very similar emotions to everyone else and can feel real upset. And I think a lot of artists, you know, probably deal with quite similar feelings. And I've just found recently that I just want to be honest about it, so I don't feel like, you know, I'm hiding it anymore, because I think, you know, for a long time I was doing interviews and it was just like, you know, people were asking me how I was, and at the time I actually wasn't feeling good at all or well at all, so it just felt a little bit like wrong at the time to be doing that. And I think that by like, you know, being honest and vulnerable with my lyrics, like so many people can relate, and I think that that's like so important. And you know, when I get people commenting on my videos or whatever saying like, I feel like this too, like you're saying what I'm feeling, it just makes me like want to write about that stuff even more, because like I love listening to music, you know, where I hear a lyric and I'm like, oh my gosh, I haven't heard that before, but I feel that I think that that's like so powerful. So I think I've definitely like just wanted to get even more into writing about the deep stuff.
I also feel like there's this part of being intimate with the fans at those Zoom interviews, because like you said in an interview, like everyone around who was watching your interviews know how your wardrobe looked like and your posters in your room and stuff. So I feel like this starts, that's a huge part of being a musician nowadays, and being even more open in how the way you live and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy how much you share with people, like just like, you know, literally like showing people your room and whatever. But yeah, it's weird also that like they also don't know a lot about like, you know, how you feel when you're not like switched on, or, you know, when you're not performing. It's like there's always going to be like a very relatable human to every like artist that you love. So I think that that's an important thing to like remember. Yeah.
One of the biggest brands I get in your music is the collaborations, because it's always about having different artists in between. And there's this kind of underdog collaborations, like for example, the Afterthought with Joji, that he never talked about that record and stuff. But I want to ask you, which is your favorite collaboration you've ever done over these years?
Oh my goodness. I don't think I have. I mean, I don't think I have a favorite, because I love how they're all like the Joji one I love. But I love how like every feature that I've done and every collaboration has been like, you know, with a very different type of artist. but I recently did one with this guy called Dreamer Boy, and it's called Are You Letting Go? And that song, like, I love so much. And so that's probably my current favorite. But yeah, I mean, I just love collaborations in general, because, you know, you can kind of add something that an artist wouldn't have thought of, or, you know, I get a feature on one of my songs and an artist brings a completely new kind of life to the song, which I think is really like helpful and interesting. So I think, yeah, I love collaborating, but the Dreamer Boy one's probably my current favorite.
My favorite is the Afterthought with Joji, actually.
Yeah, I love that song. I love Joji. He's so cool.
Yeah, that song is super deep about just two-sided, about being in the same catastrophic relationship. And I also feel like these collaborations is just a way of making different things that you can expect from your single music. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's just, you know, what I love is that, you know, I can get sent a song that maybe I wouldn't have thought to make, but then, you know, I can relate to it, and like the lyrics resonate like with me, and yeah, I don't know, it's just another way that I can kind of express myself on someone else's song. So I think that's also there's always this kind of stuff that I particularly don't like on interviews, that it's just getting the interview to the same spot and getting stuck and stuck and stuck. And I saw that the most common two in your interviews were quarantine and just Supalonely, and then the Sims, because you were a Sims fan and just a Sims video. Yeah. There you can find some stuff like you were playing Animal Crossing and stuff like that. So I want to ask you if there's a thing like it's part of your soul, your stuff, your vibe, that you would like to people get related to, like thinking about just now Animal Crossing, and then it's just like, this is so BENEE and stuff. A different part of BENEE that people doesn't always get.
Oh, I mean, I don't really know. I've been playing Fortnite every day for a very long time, but that's not really like BENEE. That's just being bored in lockdown. I have a dog who I'm obsessed with. I don't know. People might not know that I love the beach.
Okay.
So, I'm like, I love the beach. I love swimming. I don't know, but I can also be like, I think the thing with BENEE is that, like, I'm like, everyone knows me as being quite loud and, like, you know, outspoken and like energetic, but like sometimes I can be very quiet and like very chill and just like want to stay at home and nap with my dog. So there's also that side that people might not know.
Okay, so that was the last question because we're running out of time. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome, thank you.